So you gotta admit that the Anthem community managers have their hands very full with this game for sure. And you guys may remember the most recent live stream definitely didn't go according to plan and was not well received by the community at all. So one of the community managers, Jesse, who was on the live stream, actually went on a tweet spree out on Twitter commenting about the live stream, what happened, what they're going to be doing going forward, and so on. So we're going to go over that. Plus, brand new items have been added to the store, new armors, decals, and stuff like that. We'll take a look at those. But hey everyone, what's up? Open World Games here, and how is everyone doing? Let me know in the comment section below. What have you all been up to? What have you been playing? Go for it. I've been playing Days Gone, been really enjoying that one, getting into that one a lot more lately. Check out my streams, join me on those if you want to, having a blast with that. See the description below for that. But anyway, check this out. So, some new items have been added to the storefront here. As you can see, 2 new armor sets have been added for the Interceptor, and I think that's a Storm. And then some decals and some emotes. So go check it out on the store. Let me know which one is your favorite. I'm really digging that Interceptor look. Can't wait to dive into that a little bit more. But anyway, let's go ahead and go over here to Jesse's comments about that live stream, what happened recently. You guys may remember during that live stream, they opened up one of the chests and a bunch of purples plopped out. And the reactions were just like complete dumbfounded, like, oh no, you know. And it became one of the trending Reddit threads out there. But Jesse goes on to say this: I think it's time that we talked about things that have been on my mind. This is going to be a long thread of replies, so buckle up. Winking smiley face. Goes on to say the following: to kick things off, I want to talk about why there hasn't been as much communication on Anthem from me these past few weeks. I've been wanting to talk about so many things because I don't like going quiet, but there were reasons for this. Yeah, a lot of people were extremely frustrated more recently that, of course, Bioware kind of went completely dark for several weeks there. And even the live stream was super disappointing. But he goes on to say this: sometimes when there are bigger discussions going on internally, I have to put communication on hold to avoid saying inaccurate things. A lot of this is explained in that Reddit post I shared from the team. If I ever have to go quiet again, I will let the community know. Hopefully that doesn't happen anytime soon. He says, moving forward, I should be able to talk more, though. It might not always be about future content for Anthem, but I could talk about what just released, what's about to release, and issues the team is aware of and are fixing and investigating. Now, while that's nice, I think at the end of the day, people want to know what's going on with the loot situation, and they want further updates about that. So I don't know if they can give a more incremental, detailed progress report as to what they're looking at with loot. That would be nice as well. But he says this: Anthem streams. The last stream was rough for me. I won't hide from that. I wasn't able to answer questions from people wanting the answers to, and it was very difficult to pull questions from the chat that were about what we were showing. A lot of people were there at that stream. Of course, they want to see the Sunken Stronghold, but by then, I think a lot of people had been playing it. They were there for the future of Anthem because it had been advertised that way, and that was the problem. People were like, okay, I really want to know what's going on. They were expecting an update for the 90-day roadmap. I was like really, really in tune to that live stream. When I heard that there was going to be nothing, I was just very gutted. Now, he goes on to say this: the plan was to have the stream to go out the week before so that we could share the new Stronghold and the patch notes, but that freaking cable that was cut made my life hell. New info would have been shared as originally planned. As you guys remember, their fiber lines were cut, which is the worst thing that could happen, of course, to anyone that is relying on internet as heavily as like a developer or even a streamer or a YouTuber. But Jesse says this: and when the chest was opened up on stream, I did almost say purple rain, but didn't because I wasn't sure how people would react and I froze. I was at a loss for words. Yeah, you know, I could tell there was something in his mind going on there. And yeah, he was probably having like an argument with himself, like, don't say it, don't say it. So I'm sure he would have become a meme either way in that situation, because it's just like purples are everywhere in Anthem. It's known as, you know, the game with that provides tons of purple rain. In fact, the box art should be purple at this point. But, yeah, he furthermore says this, normal me would just laugh and joke about it, but things are sensitive right now, so I didn't. I want to get back to the point where we can have fun together as a community on streams. And that's great to hear. And, yeah, it's so rough, kind of like dealing with all of this in front of everyone for sure. And sure, it's his job as a community manager, but of course he's like torn between, laughing about it, which some people can find that humorous, and then a lot of the community are very frustrated with what is going on right now. So he's been put in a very difficult position, of course, and as you guys may have noticed, a lot of the other developers have kind of gotten quiet too, and these community managers, they've been very vocal about, hey, we're going to be the ones that take the brunt of, I guess you would say, the hate from the community, and that's got to be extremely rough. When the developer signed up to do Anthem, they weren't signing up to take the brunt force from the community. Now, with the community manager, that's kind of expected, but it can definitely be intimidating and overwhelming for sure at times. So I definitely do understand that viewpoint there. And yeah, I just wish the best of luck to the community management team and, of course, Bioware as a whole down the long road. This whole situation just sucks for absolutely everyone. But let's keep going with what Jesse has to say here. He says this, I'm going to do everything in my power to avoid situations like that again, because it's not a great experience for players either. If we're going to do a stream on story, combat, level design, or something else, we'll state that ahead of time so you can know what to expect. That was the big, in my opinion, that was the big problem with that stream, is that it was not advertised like that. Sure, we're going to see the Sunken Stronghold, but there was major indications that we would be hearing about the loot and, the 90-day roadmap especially. We already know about the delays, which again sucks. So I think it was one blow after another for the community hearing about the delay, and then, being told that, hey, we're not going to be talking about this stuff on stream at all, not giving you any more insight, even though we said we would, and you've been waiting around weeks for the stream. It's not going to be happening. So definitely like a perfect storm set up for that stream to go all sorts wrong. Now, Jesse says this, I'm going to do everything in my power, okay, to avoid situations like that. It's not a great experience for players either. If we're going to do a stream on, okay, yeah, I already read this one, so my bad about that. But he goes on to say this, I have seen people saying that we don't look at other streams and questioning why we don't just do what they do. We do look at streams from other studios. It would be silly not to. We'll be evolving our streams as we go and are listening to the community feedback for them. So that's great to hear that at least they're getting in tuned to other popular streams, from other developers, other publishers. So that's actually good to know, and hopefully they can improve those streams going forward. Now, he says this one thing we did was not have people talking and playing at the same time, because doing that is difficult when you aren't speaking to exactly what you are doing in game. I also understand sometimes people just want information dropped, so we'll see what we can do there as well. That would be excellent. Star Wars Battlefront 2 has started doing the same thing, where they have like community updates and big long blog posts, super detailed as to what is coming up or what just released, or patch notes. They do a good job with their patch notes. That's one thing I did notice with the most recent patch notes. It seems like everything was pretty accurate. But again, like one thing that happened recently with the most recent update is it caused more bugs and more glitches that we've experienced, and that's something that's been just really annoying as well, and they need to address that going forward. Now, he says this, I want to say that I play other games that were sometimes compared to. I've played Destiny for years, have reached World Tier 5 in the Division 2, 55 hours in Warframe, and 95 hours logged in Anthem. We can all coexist. Let's not spread hate. And that's a great post there. A lot of people agreed with that one. I think it was one of those most liked Twitter posts out there in this entire thread. Because I know a lot of Anthem players are playing all those games, rotating back and forth between the Division, Warframe, and Anthem, and comparing and contrasting them now. It's just, a lot of people feel like the game should have learned from the mistakes from, those mentioned games, and did not. And I think that's where people kind of compare Anthem to those games, and rightfully so. Now, Jesse says this, Loot, I know you want answers, but right now the only thing I can share is what was said in the update post from Reddit. I will definitely be one of the first to share news when I can. And there it is. That's all people want, is an answer about the Loot situation. And then finally says, I might add more onto this thread later, or I'll just respond to other questions where I can when they come up. So the thing about this whole thread here by Jesse is that, from what I've seen from the community, is that it is appreciated that he definitely went out there and was super honest as to what happened with that stream. At the same time, it'd be nice to have more of a firm date as to what we can expect in terms of hearing about the loot. So anything about the loot and incremental updates like would sure would be nice, and I think that can also be handled through a blog post as well to kind of take some of the pressure off of opening up a chest with tons of purples coming up. Because I think that's going to be happening like on stream until that problem is fixed. So there it is, the latest updates about Anthem. Check out of course the store for the new armors. There was nothing for the Ranger, but we do know, according to leaks, that that will be coming. So yeah, everything that's leaked and data mined by Anthem Archive seems to be coming true, so those guys do a stellar job. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Anthem and open world gaming goodness, and I will see you all next time. Take care.